Hello everyone, Indie Brick Productions here with my review of the Monster Fighter set 9462, The Mummy. This set was released back in 2012. It came with the two builds, the chariot and the little car hovery thing, as well as the Monster Fighter and the Mummy. If you want to get this set new, it'll cost you around $28, and if you want to get the set used, it'll cost you around $11. And back in the day, this set was $12, and it came with 90 pieces. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the minifigures. Up first, we have our Ann Lee minifigure. So I want to first take a look at her legs here. You can see this kind of blue color, bluish gray, with a little clove of garlic down there, kind of groups of them, as well as a little strap. No back printing on the legs, or side printing actually, but that's alright. Then you can see the little indents to indicate that she is a female figure, as well as kind of like a little silver medallion on her neck, as well as kind of like a little corset there, which carries around the back. Very nice printing, I do have to say that. Her facial expression shows a female face, but with a little smirk and a nice scar going across her eye. And then on the back, she has a more ticked off face, which has that same scar. And then her hairpiece is actually, I think, one of the cave women hairs, just used in this orange coloration, and that is for her crossbow, which you can see right there. You actually have this little dart, and it kind of just clips into her hair right there. So I do like how Lego is able to make that, and you can see how it just kind of clips in there. Nice and easy, so I do love that about her. So that's pretty much the Monster Fighter of the set. Taking a look at our monster, or our mummy, you can see he has all the little wraps, which indicate that he's a mummy, the most obvious and stereotypical. Then they're all white with some little gray poking out underneath it to kind of show like he's almost decaying. Then this all glows in the dark, head to toe. He's all glowy, which is really, really neat. I think he may be the only mummy that does that, so that's definitely a draw for this set. And you can see his little head here with a little kind of evil grin with some red eyes kind of poking out there. Will it focus? No? You're not going to focus? Well, you can kind of see it there. And then he doesn't have any hairpiece, and then no back head printing, which is a little unfortunate, but for 2012, I do think that's not that terrible. And then he has this giant kind of scythe here, which has a nice little clip and a spot for him to hold it, so I do like that. Overall, a very cool minifigure. Here is the glow-in-the-dark mummy. You can barely see the little bandages glowing up there, but that's just because it is a bit older, so you're not really going to be seeing those much, so you might want to buy a new one every now and then, but overall, it stays pretty consistent with the quality. First build I want to take a look at here is Ann Lee's little flyer. You can see her right here. You can actually take off her gun, or her little crossbow, and move these little white levers up. Basically, all it is just like a big little engine in the back there, and then a little propeller, which kind of sticks up the top, and some little skis on the bottom to kind of just help it land and stay upright. Put her in the seated position, like that. Her arm's a little bit more finicky because she is an older figure. Been having her for 8 years. And then you can just put her down, put her hands in, and then kind of fit her crossbow upside down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just kind of have to fit it in there. Yep, kind of like that. And then you can just have it kind of aiming down at the mummy. So you can have her flying at the mummy here, and you can just have her like shooting it like pew pew. So that's really nice for some kids to be able to play with that. And then I just prefer to leave this off. And then you can also see the little propeller, and you can kind of just hold it up here and have her just kind of flying around in her little chair. Very simple. Alright, let's take a look at the carriage build. Taking a look at our mummy carriage here, you can see some little wheels right here on each side, which kind of roll if you kind of lift that skeleton horse up. Very nice. And then on the back here, you can see some little gold detailing up in the front as well as back here. And then some slopes and some curves to kind of give it that kind of royal look. And then some nice little golden horn pieces here, which kind of have that little insignia. And then some little lanterns up there. And if you actually want to take your mummy figure right here, and you want to put him up on there, and then you want to take his little sword thingy, and then you can clip it in either one of these two little clips back here. And what you can do is you can have your mummy kind of just patrolling through the desert. Very simple. Then you can see up in the front here, he has this little horse with some little daggers on each side. And then he has this golden scorpion. Very, very cool. As well as the Eye of Ra moonstone. So it's the purple moonstone with the little Eye of Ra up on the front there. So overall, a pretty nice colored moonstone. I do like that. It does come in the Monster Fighter Castle set like all the other moonstones except for the pink one. And you can actually take this chariot off, or the little carriage off, the horse. And the horse actually glows in the dark. I'll show you a clip after I review this little part here. But if you want to, you can just have your mummy ride the horse just straight up like this. And you can just kind of have him riding there with these little flames coming out of his eyes, which actually from a front-on view, it kind of looks like little antlers. But yeah, it's a very nice build, or like mold. I really love this horse mold, and I would love to see it used in more sets. So that's pretty much going to do it for the carriage. Let me show you the glow-in-the-dark horse. Here is the Skelly horse. You can see that he glows very well, and he looks amazing. I mean, just look at that. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, it just looks awesome. This has to be probably one of my favorite top 5 animal molds. So I would highly recommend picking this guy up. A very, very awesome build or mold. Overall, I think that this set is pretty mediocre in the Monster Fighter line. I do think that there are better ways to get Ann Lee here, such as the Monster Fighter Ghost Train, which that review will be out later next week. So do be sure to stay tuned for that. But really, you're not going to be buying the set for this little build. It's pretty bad, I do have to say. Now, the Chariot build is very good. I do love the Moonstone, and as well as the Golden Scorpion. I just think that is an amazing mold and coloration for the Scorpion. Then I do have to say that the glow-in-the-dark kind of skeleton horse is really excellent, as well as the glow-in-the-dark mummy is a definite draw for this set. So, if you want to pay $30 for this set, new, I think that the value is there. If you don't have the set and you have like all the other Monster Fighter sets, I'd say go ahead and pick it up. But if you just kind of want a mummy, I think there's better themes out there, such as Pharaoh's Quest, so you're really not going to be picking this set up, in my opinion. So that's really going to do it for me today. If you guys did go on and like the video, please like and subscribe. The channel's been doing really good lately. I'm so appreciative of that. So let's see what we can do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. Indie Brick Productions is out, and may the brick be with you.